ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यमध्यमाम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्
गुरुपरम्पराम्
ॐ सहना भवतु
सहना भवतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ
सह
भुनक्तु
वीर्यं
वीर्यं
कर्वावहै
करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु
ॐ शान्ति
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 शान्ति शान्ति
शान्तिः
शान्तिः शान्तिः
Okay. So now we are on the 11th Khanda, the 11th section. And let us just read it out. अतः एनं गार्हपत्यः
अथः एनं गार्हपत्यः
अनुशास पृथ्वी अग्नि
अनुशास पृथ्वी अग्निः
अन्नम् आदित्य इति
अन्नम् आदित्य इति
यः एष आदित्ये पुरुषः
यः एष आदित्य पुरुषः
दृश्यते स अहम् अस्मि
दृश्यते सः अहम् अस्मि
सः एव अहम् अस्मि इति
सः एव अहम् अस्मि इति
Okay. So, we might as well do the next mantra also. स य एतम् एव विद्वान् उपासते
सः एतम् एवं विद्वान् उपासते
अपहते पापकृत्यां लोकी भवति
अपहते पापकृत्यां लोकी भवति
सर्वम् आयुरेति
सर्वम् आयुरेति
जोग जीवति न अस्य अवरपुरुषाः
जीवति न अस्य अवरपुरुषाः
क्षीयन्त उपवयं तं मुञ्जाम
क्षीयन्तम् उपवयं मुञ्जाः
अस्मिकमश्च लोके अमुंशिकमश्च
लोके अमुष्मिगं च
You can pronounce that simply Anusara also. Asmin loke, that way also. Okay, this Kamascha is the Vedic pronunciation. Ye etam eva vidvanupasate.
एतम् एवं विद्वान् उपासते
So mantra says, Ataha hi enam garhyapatya anushasaha. So garhyapatya is one of the Agnis, right? So anushasaha, he taught. Or what did he say? What did he say? He said that I have four manifestations. And what are they? Prithvya, Agnihi, Annam, Aditya, Iti. So Shankara says these are the four limbs of this Karyapatya Agni. Prithvi, Agni, Annam, Aditya. And what is the locus for the Upasana? Where do you invoke this Devata? So he says, Yaha Esha Aditya Purusho Drishyate in the form of Surya Devata. So it's located at Surya. And what is the phalam? Apahate papakrityam. He will be free from all papams. There will be no papams attributable to him. Papas will give what? Negative or phalams or pain. Right? Pain will be give, so he'll have no pain at all. Sarvam ayureti. He will also live a sarvam ayu, full life. The allotted period, he will live fully. There will be no accidental deaths or any serious diseases. He will live a good life. Jog jivatihi. He will be living a glorious life. And after this life, what happens? Loki bhavati. He will go to the higher lokas. And how will this happen? So Agni says that. How will this happen? Agni gives the reason. Vayam, we, the four Agnis, tam upabhunjam. We will protect the Upasaka. Asmin loke amumshipcha. Amumshimscha. Asmin loke, we will protect him. In this world, we will protect him. Amumshim also, in the next world also, we will protect him. And not only that, na asya avarapurushaha shiyantaha. So avarapurushaha is a word which you have not seen before. Avarapurushaha means the descendant, right? So, na asya avarapurushaha shiyantaha. His descendants will not decay. Shiyantaha literally means decay. So you have to take it not too literally. It means that his descendants will not die before their allotted time. His descendants will also have a long life. Okay. Then, then we will see the next Anuvaka, the 12th one. So the mantra we will read. अतहैनम् अन्वाहर्या पचनोः
अतः
अथ
एनवाहरेणो
आर्यपचनो
अनुशसास आपो दिशः
अनुशशासापो
अनुशासनापो
दिशः
नक्षत्राणि चन्द्रमा इति
नक्षत्राणि चन्द्रमा इति
य एष चन्द्रमसि पुरुषो दृश्यते
य
एष
एष
चन्द्रमसि
चन्द्रमसि
पुरुषो
पुरुषो
दृश्यते
दृश्यते
सोऽहम् अस्मि स एव अहमस्मीति
सोऽहमस्मि स
सोऽहमस्मि स
एवाहम्
एव
अस्मीति अस्मीति
स य एतम् एवं विद्वानुपासते
य
स
एतम् एतम् एवं
सते
विद्वान् उपासते
अपहते पापकृत्यां लोकी भवति
अपहते
अपहते पापकृत्यां
पापकृत्यां
लोकी भवति
लोके भवति
सर्वम् आयुरेति जोग्जीवति
सर्वम्
सर्वमायुः
आयुरेति ज्योतिः
जीवति
न अस्य अवरपुरुषाः क्षीयन्तः
नास्य
नास्य
अवरपुरुषाः
अवरपुरुषाः
क्षीयन्तः
उपवयं तं भुञ्जाम
उपवयं
वयं
तं
तं भुञ्जाम
भुञ्जाम
अस्मिन् लोके अमुष्मिन् लोके च
अस्मिन् लोके
अस्मिन्
च
लोके च
लोके
अनुस्मिन् लोके च
य एतम् एवं विद्वानुपासते
य
य
एतमेवं
एतम् एवं
विद्वानुपासते
विद्वानुपासते
सो अथ एनम् अन्वाहार्य पचनः. So Anvaharya Pachanaha is just another name for the one of the four Agnis, which is otherwise called Dakshina Agni. So Atha Enam means now he starts to teach. What does he say? I have four manifestations. Apaha, Dishaha, Nakshatrami, Chandrama. I hope you understand Apaha, water, Dishaha, directions, Nakshatrani, the stars, Chandrama, the moon. These are the four manifestations. What is the locus for the upasana? He says, Itiya Esha Chandramasi Purusho Drishyate. It is in the moon itself. The locus, the devata has to be invoked onto the moon. And what is the phalam? Exactly like the previous mantra. Apahata Papa Krityam, free from all papams. Sarvam Ayuriti, he will live a full life. Jog Jivati, he will live a glorious life. Loki Bhavati, he will get the higher lokas. And how will that happen? Exactly in the previous mantra, we will protect the Upasaka in this world and the next. And his Avara Purusha, his descendants will also have a long life. Okay. Now we look at the next section. Trayodasho Khandaha
त्रयोदशखण्डः
Atahai Enam Ahvaniya Anushasa
अथः
एनम् आहवनीय अनुशासन
Anushasa Prana Akashaha
प्राण आकाशः
प्राणाकाशाः
Aurvidhyotiti
द्योर्विद्युतिः
धौर्विद्युतिः
य एष विद्युति पुरुषो दृश्यते
य
य
एष
एष
विद्युति पुरुषो
विद्युत्पुरुषो
दृश्यते
दृश्यते
अहम् अस्मि स एव अहमस्मीति
स
सोऽहमस्मि
अहमस्मि
स
स
एव
एवाहमस्मीति
अहम् अस्मीति
स य एतम् एवं विद्वानुपास्ते
स य
स य एतम्
एतमेवं
एवं
विद्वानुपासते
विद्वानुपासते
उपास्ते not upasate right upaste
उपासते
उपासते
अपहते पापकृत्यां लोकी भवति
अपहते
अपहते
पापकृत्यां
पापकृत्यां
लोकी
भवति
भवति
सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति
सर्वमायुरेति
सर्वमायुरेति योग
जीवति
जीवति
न अस्या अवरपुरुषाशीयन्त
न अस्य अवरपुरुषाः
उपवयं तं भुञ्जाम
उपवयं तं भुञ्जामः
अस्मिन् लोके अमुष्मिन् लोके च
अस्मिन् लोके
अस्मिन् लोके
लोके च
एतम् एवं विद्वानुपास्ते
एतमेव
एतद्विद्वानुपास्ते
So this is the third Agni, Ahavaniya Agni. So we have seen all these Agnis earlier in our discussions. The third Agni, Ahavaniya Agni. And he says, I have four manifestations, Pranaha, Akashaha, Dhyau, the heavens, and Vidyut, the lightning, Iti. Right? And what is the locus for the Upasana? You have to invoke the Devata where Sa Esha Vidyuti Purusho Drishyate. That Purushaha should be invoked at the lightning. Right? Because we are all Agni Devatas. All the four are Agni Devatas. So he has to be invoked in the lightning over here. And Phalam is exactly like the previous one. So that I am not repeating. Okay. With this, three of the Anga Upasanas have been taught. Aditya Purushaha, Chandra Purushaha, and Lightning Purushaha, Vidyut Purushaha. Right? The first Upasana was on the sun, so Aditya Purushaha. Second was on the moon, Chandra Purushaha. Third is in the lightning, so Vidyut Purushaha. And we must not forget that the Angi Upasana is what? Karya, Karana, Brahma, Samuchitta Upasana. That we have seen before. Now, Chaturdasha Khandaha, we will chant. The fourth,
चतुर्दशखण्डः
Atha Chaturdasha Khandaha,
अथ
अथ
चतुर्दशखण्डः
चतुर्दशखण्डः
Teha Uchuhu Upakosala,
ते
तेह उच्चुः
होचुरुपकौसलाः
उपकोसला
Esha Somyate Asmidvidya,
एषा
एषा
सौम्यते
सौम्यते
अस्मद्विद्या
अस्मद्विद्या
Esha Somyate Asmad Vidya,
एषा
एषा सौम्यते
सौम्यते
अस्मद्विद्या
अस्मद्विद्या
Atmavidya cha
आत्मविद्या
आत्मविद्या
च
च
Acharya Hattu Te Gatim Vakteti,
आचार्य
आचार्यः तु ते
ते
गतिं
गतिं
वक्ति
वक्ति
Ajagama hi Asyacharya,
आजगामः
आजगामाचार्यः
आचार्यः
Samacharyo
समाचार्यो अभ्युवादो
Upakosala iti.
उपकोसला
उपकौसल
इति
इति
There's number three over there. Upakosala iti.
उपकौसल इति
इति
Bhagava iti ha pratishushraava.
भगव इति
प्रतिशुश्राव
Brahmavid eva somya.
ब्रह्मविद्
ब्रह्मविद् सौम्य
Te mukham bhati.
ते
ते
मुखं
मुखं
भाति
Ko nu tva anushasaseti.
को नु त्वा अनुशशासेति
Anushasaseti.
अनुशशासेति
Ko nu ma anusyat ho iti ha.
को मा अनुशिष्यात् भो इति ह
Abopeva.
उपेव
एव
Ninhunata ime nunamidrasha.
नूनमीदृशा
Anyadrasha iti hata.
अन्यादृश इति हत
Agni abhyude kim.
अग्नि अभ्युदे किम्
Nu somya kilate avochaniti.
नु सोम्यते अवोचन्निति
idam itiha pratikjagye
इदमिति ह
इदम् इति
प्रतिजज्ञे
प्रतिजज्ञे
lokan vavakile somya
लोकान्
लोकान्
पावकिल
पावकिल
सौम्य
सौम्य
te avochana aham tu te
ते
ते अवोचन
अवचन
अहं
अहं
तु ते
तु ते
tad vyakshami yatha pushkara palasha
तद्व्याख्यामि
तद्व्याख्यास्यामि
यथा
पुष्करपटाश
पुष्करपलाश
apo na shlishyanta
आपो
आपो
न
न
श्लिष्ट
श्लिष्यन्त
evam vidi papam karma
एवम्
एवं
विधि
एवं
पापं
विधि
कर्म
पापं कर्म
न शिश्ल्यत इति
न
न श्लिष्ट
श्लिष्यति
इति
ब्रवीतु मे भगवान् इति
ब्रवीतु मे
ब्रवीतु मे
भगवान्
भगवान् इति
तस्मै होवाच
तस्मै
तस्मै होवाच
होवाच
so Upakoshla has learned how many upasanas so far? I hope you remember from the various Agnis. What the main Angi upasana was taught, and the four Anga subsidiary upasanas were taught. So five upasanas he has studied, and thereafter the Agni said to him, "Esha Somya te asmad vidya atma vidya." Okay, so asmad vidya here means the individual upasana, the Anga upasanas, Aditya Purusha, Chandra Purusha, Vidyut Purusha, etc. And Atma Vidya refers to the Angi Upasana, the Karana Karya Brahma Upasana, which is basically Saguna Brahma, we must remember. Okay. So all this is Saguna Brahma Jnana. And they say Acharya tu te gatim vakteti. So the Agnis are telling Upakosala, your Acharya will tell you the gatim, the path by which you will go to Brahma Loka. Why do they say that? Because it is Saguna Brahma Vidya only, right? It's Saguna Brahma Upasana. And therefore, he says, your Acharya will tell you the path by which you will go to Brahma Loka. And the answer we already know. Which path will Upasaka go to Brahma Loka?
शुक्लगति
Shuklagati. So, Agni doesn't say, Guru will tell him. So now we have to imagine that Upakosala kept on walking and with all the cows. And finally, he reached the ashram back, right?
चाबी रखने को कुछ है
I would request again and again, I'm asking people, please unmute yourself if you are talking in the house. It is disturbing the recording. Okay. Now, the Guru Satyakama comes back. So, but because this gentleman, Upakosala, has reached the ashram. And we have to imagine that when he reaches there, the Guru has not yet come back. And a few days later, Guru comes back. Then he looks at Upakosala and finds that Upakosala is radiant. He's shining, right? So Guru says, and remember, Guru is who? Satyakama. He says, Brahmavid eva somya te mukham bhati. Te mukham bhati. Your face is shining. How? Brahmavid eva. Hey Somya. Oh Somya. Oh dear one. Your face is shining like a Brahmavid, a knower of Saguna Brahman. And therefore, what? You must have been taught Saguna Brahma Upasana because I didn't teach you. And so Guru says, Konu tva anushasaseti. Who has taught you this Brahma Vidya? Upakosala says, Konuma anushashyadhoho. So that's a question. Who is there to teach me? Now we might think that this is a bluff. Okay, so and Shruti itself says, Iha apa nihanuta. The mantra it says, Iha apa nihunataha. It is appearing as if he is concealing the truth, as if he is not telling the truth. But immediately afterwards, what happens? Satyakama is Upakosala's guru. So Upakosala would not lie to Satyakama. So he says, in your absence, O Guruji, who will they teach me? And then he looks at the fires. So he doesn't directly say that the fires are taught. Why? Because he thinks the guru might think, he's slightly crazy. So he doesn't want to say that. So he says, Ime agnihi idrasha anyadrasha iti. These three fires, they seem different now. That's a statement that Upakosla makes to the guru. Okay. And we have to understand what it means. These three fire seems different now means what? Earlier they were teaching me, so they appeared as if they are sentient because they were teaching me. The Agni Devatas were teaching me, and now the Agni Devatas are still there, but they are not operating. So the fires seem different. They seem inert. So earlier the fires seem sentient. Now they seem inert. This is the statement that Upakosla makes. Ime agnihi idasha anyadasha iti. These fires seem different to how they were earlier. Okay. And the Guru is smart, so he understands that it is Agni Devatas who have taught Upakosla. And Guru says, Kim knows Somya, Kilate avochan iti. What did these Agni Devatas teach you? And Upakosla then answers that Agni Devatas taught me the Upasanas. And then they told me that Guruji, you will teach me the Gati, the path. Then Satyakama says, okay, you have been taught Saguna Upasana by the Devatas. But even though they have taught you Saguna Upasana, Saguna Ishvara Upasana, what is the problem? Lokan Vava Kila Somya Te Avochan. You will only get to the higher lokas through that Upasana. The limitation of the Upasana is that you will only go to Brahma Loka. And therefore, Guru says, I will give you a better Ishvara Upasana by which all the papams can be destroyed. Chitta Shuddhi can be there. And he gives an example. Yatha pushkara palasha apaha na shishlyantaha. Just like the water, apaha, does not shishlyantaha cling on to pushkara palasha, to the lotus leaf. And not only that, evam vidhi papam karma na shishleta iti, by which you will never again be touched by papa. So this is the Guru's reply. Then we go to the 15th Khandaha. We will chant the 5 mantras. So please unmute yourself. We can chant. And I would request you that once the chanting is over, please mute yourself because if somebody is talking, that is coming in the recording, right? And the recording is permanent for us. Ya esho akshini, ya esho akshini purusho.
य एषो
पुरुषो
अक्षिपुरुषो
Drishyata esha atmeti.
दृश्यत
दृश्यत
एष
एष
आत्मेति
आत्मेति
O uvacha.
होवाच
होवाच
Etat amritama bhayam.
एतदमृतं
एतदमृतं
भयम्
भयम्
Etat brahmeti.
एतद्ब्रह्मेति
ब्रह्मेति
Tadyadapi.
तद्यदपि
तद्यदपि
Asmin sarpivva udakam va.
अस्मिन्
अस्मिन्
सर्वे
सर्वे
वा
वा
उदकं वा
Tinchati vartamani eva gacchati.
सिञ्चते वर्त्मनि
वर्तमनि
एव
एव
गच्छति
गच्छति
Etam sanyadvama.
एतं
एतत्संयद्वाम
संयद्वाम
Ityachakshata.
इत्याचक्षत
इत्याचक्षत
Etam hi sarvani vamani.
एतं
एतं
हि
हि
सर्वाणि
सर्वाणि वामानि
वामानि
Abhyasayanti sarvanyena.
अभिसंयन्तानि
अभिसंयन्ति
सर्वाण्येन
सर्वाण्येन
Vamani abhyasayanti evam veda.
वामानि
वामानि
वामानि अभिसंयन्ति य
अभिसंयन्ति
एवं
य
वेद
एवं वेद
Esha u eva vamanihi.
एष
उ
एव
वामनि
वामनिः
रेहि
Esha hi sarvani vamani.
एष हि सर्वाणि वामनि
नयति सर्वाणि वामनि नयति य एवं वेद
नयति
नयति
सर्वाणि वामनि नयति य एवं वेद
वेद
एष उ एव भामनीः
एष
एष
उ एव भामनिः
एष हि सर्वेषु लोकेषु भाति
एष हि सर्वेषु लोकेषु भाति
सर्वेषु लोकेषु भाति
सर्वेषु लोकेषु भाति
य एवं वेद
य एवं वेद
अथ यदु चैव अस्मिन् छव्यम्
अथ यदुचैव अस्मिन् काव्यम्
कुर्वन्ति यदि च न अर्चिषमेव
कुर्वन्ति यदि च न अर्चिषम्
अभिसम्भवन्ति अर्चिषो अहः
अभिसम्भवन्ति अर्चिषो
अह्न आपूर्यमानमपक्षम्
अह्न आपूर्यमाणपक्षम्
आपूर्यमाणमपक्षात्
आपूर्यमाणपक्षात्
यान् षट् उदङ्गेति
यान्
यान्
षट्
मासां तान् मासेभ्य
तान् मासेभ्य
संवत्सरं संवत्सरादित्यम्
संवत्सरादित्यम्
आदित्यान् चन्द्रमसम्
आदित्यान् चन्द्रमसम्
चन्द्रमसो विद्यूतम्
चन्द्रमसो विद्युतम्
तत्पुरुष अमानवः
तत्पुरुषमानवः
स एनान् ब्रह्म गमयति
स एनं ब्रह्म गमयति
एष देवपथो ब्रह्मपथ
एष देवपथो ब्रह्मपथ
प्रतिपद्यमानाः
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 इमं मानवम् आवर्तम्
इमं
मानवावर्तम्
मानवावर्तम्
नावर्तन्ते नावर्तन्ते
नावर्तन्ते
Okay, so this is Guna Vishishta Upasana. Okay, and it's a very important Upasana. It's got a particular name. It is called Upakosala Vidya. And what does it say? The essence is that Karanam Brahma has to be meditated upon as the consciousness behind the eyes, as the consciousness in the eyes. And therefore, it's also got another name, Shipurushaha Upasana. So, the Upakosala Upasana is the name given. But if you're looking at how it is done, it is Akshi Purusha Upasana because it is meditation upon the consciousness which is making the eyes function. There's an elaborate discussion of this particular mantra in the Brahma Sutras. So this is one of the mantras which we should remember. And why the eyes? Why only the eyes? Why not nose or ears? So the Guru, he gives a very nice reason. He says Asmin. Asmin means in this eye, into this eye. Supposing Sapirva Sinchati. Sarpi va Sinchati. Sarpi Sinchati. Sarpi means ghee. So Asmin into the netra. Asmin netre. Sarpi Sinchati. If ghee is poured into the eye, or Sarpi va, or Sarpi or Udakam va. Udakam is water. So he says if ghee is poured into the eye or the water, what happens? What happens when you pour?
It is lotus won't stick. Like
It
It
sparkles.
won't stick to you. It will just go to the sides. Now, if you put eye drops ever, you will know eye drop doesn't stay in the middle of the eye. It immediately comes to the sides. So Vartamani eva gacchati. Immediately the ghee or the water, it goes to the sides. So what is the uh, quality being talked about?
Not attachment.
Asangatvam. Yes. So this Akshipurushaha is like Chaitanyam. It is Asanga. Nothing can stick to it. Right? There are no attachments. And therefore, he says, just like the water will not touch your eyes or the ghee will not touch your eyes, your papams will not touch the upasaka. And what is the nature of this Ishvara who is being invoked on the eyes? Akshipurusha Ishvara. So he says, there are some gunas. Amritam Abhayam. And Sanyad Vama. Amritam Abhayam is what? Eternal and fearless. Sanyad Vama. So Sanyad Vama is the entire the Lord in whom all the auspiciousness of this universe resides. So Sanyadvama means the source of all auspiciousness. And Vamani. Vamani is the one who gives blessings. So Nayati means blessings. Vamani is the one who gives Nayati, auspiciousness to others. So this Lord is not only the source of all auspiciousness, Sanyadvama, but he is also Vamani. He gives auspiciousness, Mangalam to others. And he gives, and he's Bhamini also. So Bhamini is the definition is Sarveshu Lokeshu Bhati iti Bhamini. The one who gives light to all, who gives radiance to all. He is the Bhamini. So these are the gunas enumerated. Amritam, Abhayam, Sanyadvama, Bhamini, and Bhamini. 5 gunas are to be thought about when you do the upasana on this Akshi Purusha Upasana. That is why we said that it is upasana with the gunas. And what is the phalam for the upasana? So remember that the difference is that when you do Ishvara upasana, you can do it just on Ishvara, Saguna Ishvara, or you can do it Saguna Ishvara and remembering the gunas. So this is that kind of guna vishishta upasana. You have to also remember the gunas, recall the gunas when you do the upasana. And what is the phalam for the upasana? So depending on which guna you are meditating upon. So if you meditate upon Abritam Abhayam, you will become Amritam and Abhayam. If you meditate upon Sanyadvamaha, you will become the source of all blessings. If you meditate upon Vamani, you will become the giver of all blessings. If you meditate upon Bhamini, you will become the giver of all light. Right? So this is Upakosala Vidya, and this is being taught now. What is left now for Guru to teach? If you've been following the discussion, you should know what Guru has not taught. The
The
path.
gati.
The gati has not been path. Okay. Now, this in this commentary, remember that Shastra says that in any mantra which deals with what is known as Anyeshti. Anyeshti is the last samskara for a jiva. What is the difference between all the samskaras and the last samskara?
Last samskara relates to the next birth.
All
The
samskaras purify you. Okay.
Mm.
The difference is that last samskara is done by somebody else.
Mm.
All the other samskaras, the jiva has to do himself. All samskaras, including the last one, are to purify the jiva. And the Jivatma who has been purified with all the samskaras, they will go to higher lokas. And here the mantra says that for this upasaka, this anyeshti, the last samskara will not matter. Why? Because anyway, because of the upasana, he is going to the higher. Right? So in this mantra, the karma is referred to as shavyam. Shavyam is karma done on a dead body. Shave kritam iti shavyam. And the mantra says shavyam kurvanti yadi cha na. Yeah. So shavyam kurvanti yadi or shavyam na kurvanti yadi. Whether the last karma is done or not, this person will still go to the higher lokas. Okay, why? Because he has been taught that Upakosala Vidya. He is doing Upakosala Vidya. And Shankara wants to, say that you should not think that the last karma is not important. You should not misuse the statement. Don't interpret it to mean that the last karma is not important. This last karma is only arthavada for the glorification of the upasana. Right? Okay. Now, if you recall the Bhagavad Gita 8th chapter, Shukla Gati is presided over by few devatas. What are they? Which means you are not chanting regularly. Anybody remembers? No? Come on. At this stage, if you say you don't remember, anybody at all? Otherwise, I read it out to you. We must not forget. Who are the devatas referred to in the eighth mantra, in the eighth chapter? The 24th verse. Agnir Jyotirah Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttarayanam Dhumo Ratris Krishna Shanmasa Dakshinayam. What do they refer to? They refer to the presiding devatas. Right? So some devatas we already know, Agni, Jyoti, etc. But here in this mantra, you get some more devatas. Archisham eva abhisambhavanti. Archi devata. Archi devata is what devata? The Agni devata. And aha devata. That we already seen in the Bhagavad Gita. The deity of the daytime. Then apurya manam apaksham. So this is a Shukla Paksha devata, different name. And Chad Udgangha. Uttarayana devata. Shad refers to 6 months of Uttarayana. And Samvatsaram, the devata for the whole year. So there are devatas for daytime, for night time, for Shukla Paksha, for the other Paksha, for Uttarayanam, for everything we have a devata. Right? For 6 months of a devata, Uttarayana devata. And so Samvatsara devata is also there. Devata for the whole year. Why is he giving all these details? Because remember that we will see this later also in the same what they call Upanishad, that during the journey after death. So I have a question. During the journey after death, is the Sukshma Shariram aware or not? Is he aware that he is traveling? The Jiva, is he aware that he is traveling? That question is rooted in what? In Tattva Bodha. Anybody?
We spoke about Jala Shariram. Are we
No,
saying
that's
that?
that's
No.
different. I'm saying the Jiva, when he is traveling after death, is he aware that I am traveling?
Sukshma Shariram will be there.
But without physical body,
Acharya, without the Stula Shariram, it's not
Physical
possible
body.
because the Gokulam will not be there. The
Very good.
Golakam.
Kush and Rituji both have said, given the correct answer. Without the Golakams, the Indriyas cannot function. So then how does the Jiva travel? So that is the reason for all these Devatas. It's like a relay race, The Devatas take the Jiva from one devata to another. One devata takes it to a particular place, hands it over to next devata, and so on. So that's what he says here. Samvatsara Adi Samvatsarat Adityam. Samvatsarat. From the Samvatsara Devata, Adityam. Samvatsarat Adityam. The Samvatsara Devata, from him, the Jiva is, remember the usage is from Samvatsara, Samvatsarat. From the Samvatsara, Adityam. It is handed over. That itself, the Jiva is handed over. That itself is the indication that Jiva is not able to do anything by himself. He has to be carried. So the Samvatsara Devata, the Devata who is the Devata for the year, he hands over to Aditya Devata. And then Adityat Chandramasam. The Aditya Devata, he hands over to Chandra Devata. Chandramaso Vidyutam. From Chandramasa Devata, Chandra Devata, it goes to Lightning Devata. So these are all the various, relay, batons you might call it in the relay race, right? All the guides to make sure that Jivatma is going to the correct destination. Then what happens after the Jivatma is handed over to the Lightning Devata, Vidyut Devata, Tat Purushaha Amanavaha. Then there is a new messenger, Amanavaha. So Tatpurusha means he is a divine person, but Amanavaha, he is not a human being. And this Devata will take him where? Saha, that Amanavaha, Etan, Brahma Gamayati. He will take him to Brahma Loka, where he will get Jnana. And therefore, Esha Devapato Brahmapataha. Two names, two different names for Shuklagati. One is Devapataha. Pataha means the path. So Devapataha. So we saw this as Devayana. And another name over here, Brahmapataha. Right? So two names are there. Devapataha, Brahmapataha. Both are different names for Shuklagati. There is one more name in Taittiriya. It's called Indrayoni. So all these are different names for Shuklagati. And what is the phalam? Etena pratipadyamanaha. Those people who take this Shuklagati, imam manavam avartam navartante. He will not come back. He will go to Brahmaloka. Since he already has Chitta-Shuddhi, he will go to Lord Brahmaji's classes. He will get Krama-Mukti. And when Brahmaloka is finally dissolved, he will get Videha-Mukti. Navartante is repeated to show that the Vidya has been completed. 6 upasanas have been taught. Okay. Now we go to Shodasha Khandaha, the 16th Khandaha. We will read. एषः वै यज्ञो योऽयं पवत
एषः वै
यज्ञो योऽयं भवत
भवत
एषः यन्निदं सर्वं पुनाति
यन्निदं सर्वं पुनाति
यदेष यनिदं सर्वं पुनाति
यदेष यन्निदं सर्वं पुनाति
तस्मद् एष एव यज्ञः
तस्मात् एष एव यज्ञः
तस्य मनश्च वाग्वर्तनी
तस्य मनश्च
वर्तनी
वर्तनी
तयोरन्यन्तरां मनसा संस्करोति
तयोरन्यतरं मनसा संस्करोति.
So you can mentally break it up. तयोः अन्यतरां मनसा संस्करोति
तयोः
अन्यतरा
मनसा संस्करोति.
ब्रह्मा वाचा होताद्वर्युः
ब्रह्मा
वाचा
वाचा
होता
हर्युः
उद्गाता अन्यतरां स यत्र उपाकृते
उद्गातान्यतरां स यत्कृते
प्राततरु अनुवाके पुरा
प्रातरपुरा
परिधानीयाया ब्रह्मा व्यवदति
परिधानीयाय ब्रह्मा व्यवदति
अन्यतरामेव वर्तिनीम्
अन्यतरा
वर्ति
संस्करोति हीयते अन्यतरा स
संस्करोति
हीयते अन्यतरा सा
यथैकपाद्रवजन रथो वा एकेन
यथ
यथैकपादव्रजन्तो
एकपादव्रजन्तेन
चक्रेण वर्तमानो रिष्यति
चक्रेण
चक्रेण वर्तमानो
वर्तमान
दृश्यते।
दृश्यति
एवम् अस्य यज्ञो रिष्यति
एवमस्य
एवमस्य
यज्ञो
दृश्यति
यज्ञं ऋष्यन्तनं यजमानो
यज्ञं
यज्ञं
दृश्यन्तं
ऋष्यन्तनो
यजमानो
अनुरिष्यति स इष्ठा इष्ट्वा
अनुरिष्यति स इष्ट्वा
अनुरिष्यति स इष्ट्वा
अनुरिष्यति स इष्ट्वा
पापीयान् भवति.
आपियान्
भवति.
So the yajnas are over. So in the last two khandas, we are getting the conditions necessary to do a defect, dosha rahita yajna, defect free yajna, right? And he says, Eshaha vai yajno yoya pavataha. Yajna and vayu are both purifiers. So sarvam punati vyasi, they combine. And he gives some details about the yajna. 4 priests are involved in every yajna. Hotaha, the Rigveda priest, Advaryuhu, Yajurveda priest, Udgataha, Samaveda priest, and Brahma. So here Brahma is the Chaturvedi, the Atharveda priest. The first 3 do the chantings, and the Atharva Veda priest, the Brahma, he is a supervisor, and therefore he should know all the Vedas as well as the Pariharam, the what is to be done for corrections, what if somebody makes a mistake, what should be done for the correction. He should know, right? So the first 3 priests have to chant, but the Brahma is supposed to not chant. The first 3 priests use their tongues, but Brahma, the Atharvaveda priest, he is not supposed to use his tongue. He is supposed to use the mind. His focus is on supervision. So he says, Dasya Manascha Vakvartini. These 2 faculties, what are they? Manaha and Vak. The mind of the supervisor and the tongues of the other 3. Vartini are the wheels on which the yajna moves. Right? So remember that if the first 3 stop chanting, which means don't use the Vak, then the yajna becomes defective. And if the Brahma talks, when does Brahma talk?
And the first 3 make any
Make
error.
a mistake.
Any
So
mistake,
either
error.
case, if the first 3 don't talk, and if Brahma talks, these are the yajna becomes defective, right? And if the yajna becomes defective, what is going to be the pariharam, right? What is going to be the action done to rectify that particular mistake? So he says, Tayoho Anyatara Manasa Samskroti, the Brahma contributes with his mind, and Hota, Advaryu, Udgata, Vacha Samskroti. The other 3, the Hota, Advaryu, and Udgata, they contribute with chanting. And Yatra Upakrite Prataranuvake Pura Panidhaniyaya Brahma Vyadvadati. When Brahma begins to speak, Vyadvadati, when he breaks a silence, then remember that he says, Anyatarameva Vartinim Samskroti. One of the wheels only is defect free. Right? And Yathaika Pat Vajrana Rathova Ekena Chakrena Vartamano Rishyati. Just as a chariot becomes defective when even one wheel is defective, evamasya yajño rishyati yajñam rishyantam yajamano anurishyati sa ishtva papiya navati. Just as the passenger in a chariot falls and gets injured if one wheel falls off, Similarly, when the Brahma breaks his silence, the Yajamana gets only Papa, Papiyan Bhavati. Why? Because the Yajna has become defective. What is to be done? The next two mantras we will chant. Mantra 4 and 5. So I would like to finish this chapter today. So I hope you guys don't mind if it runs into 5 minutes more.
Yes, Acharya.
Yes, absolutely.
So Atha Yatra Upakrate
अथ यत्र
Atayatro
उपाकृते
Pratara Anuvakena Pura
प्रातराकेन पुरा
Paridhaniyaya Brahma Vivadati
परिधानीयाय ब्रह्मा व्यवदति
Ube Eva Vartani Samskurvanti
उभे एव वर्तन्ते
संस्कुर्वन्ति
Nahiyate Anyatara
न हीयते अन्यतरा
Sayatho Ubhaya Padravajana Rathova
स यद
Yadayapa
पादव्रज
Ubhabhyam
उभयाम्
Chakrabhyam Vartamanaha
उभाभ्यां
Chakrabhyam Vartamana
वर्तमानः
Pratitishthati Evamasi Yajnaha
प्रतितिष्ठति एवमसि यज्ञः
Pratitishthati Yajnam
प्रतितिष्ठति यज्ञम्
Pratitishtantam Yajamano
प्रतितिष्ठन्तं यजमानो
Anupratitishthati Sa Ishtva
अनुप्रतिष्ठति स इष्ट्वा
Shreyan Bhavati.
श्रेयान् भवति
So he says once the yajna begins, but before it ends, and that means while the yajna is going on, right? Between the beginning and the end, when the yajna is going on, atha brahma na vedavati, na vyavadati. If the Brahma does not talk, it means he does not have to make a correction. Then know that ubhe eva vartini samskurvanti. Both the wheels are functioning properly. So here you're talking about a chariot with two wheels, okay, not four wheels. So both the wheels are functioning properly. And just as a chariot with both wheels properly functioning is able to move successfully, this yajna with both these wheels. Wheels are what? The three yajamana, the three priests who are chanting, and the fourth priest who is supervising. It takes the yajamana where Shreyan Bhavati. He becomes great. He gets a lot of punya, right? So here what have we discussed? The proper maintenance of the two wheels, the vak and the mind. These have been discussed. Now we will look at the 17th Khandaha. Dasakhandaha. We will chant. Prajapatir Lokan Abhyatapat
प्रजापतिर्लोकान् अभ्यतपत्
Tapyamananam Rasan Pravrahat
तप्यमानान् रसं
भत्
Rasan Pravrahat
Rasan
रसान् प्रावृहत
Agnim Prithivya Vayum
Agnim
दग्धिं पृथिव्या वायुम्
Antarikshat Adityam Divaha.
अन्तरिक्षात् आदित्यं दिवः
So discussion is how to remove defects. So there are three priests are there, and therefore three mistakes are possible. And the prayashchitam prescribed for the three mistakes is the three Vyaharati homas. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, and Sovaha. And why are they great? They are shown to be great because the three Vyaharatis come from Brahmaji. So he says, Prajapatir Lokan Abhyatapata Tesha. That when Brahmaji performed tapas, Abhyatapat, Prajapati Abhyatapat, when Brahmaji performed tapas, to arrive at the essence of the three lokas. What did he get? Prithvi, Antariksham, and Dhyav. Right? So this is what he got. And then he meditated further to arrive at the essence of the three lokas. So Agni Devata became the essence of Prithvi. Vayu Devata became the essence of Antariksham, the intermediate space, and Aditya Devata became the essence of Swargaloka. This is what the first mantra says. So you look at second mantra, you chant Sayeta tistro devata
स
Eta
एता तिस्रो देवता
अभ्यतपत्तासां तप्यमानानाम्
अभ्यतपत्तासां तप्यमानानां
रसान् प्रावहत्
रसान् प्रावृहत्
अग्नेर्चो
अग्निर्यो
वायुर्जुंषि
वायुर्जुंषि
सामानि आदित्यात्.
सामानि आदित्यात्
So you can understand, Saha, the Brahmaji, Etam Tistro Devata Abhyatapat, meditated upon these three devatas. And what happened? He extracted the three Vedas. And what are they? Agner Richoho. From Agni came Rig Veda. Vayor Yajumshi. From Vayu came Yajurveda. Adityat Samani. From Aditya Devata came Samaveda. So this all we have not seen before, right? This is now we are seeing only. Now we look at mantra number 3, we will chant. Sa etam traim vidyam apyatapat
स एतां त्रयीं विद्यां तपत
tasya tapyamanaya
तस्य तप्यमानाय
rasan pravrit
रसान् प्रावृतः
bhur bhuriti
भूरिति
rigbhaya bhuvariti
ऋग्भयभुवरिति
yajurбhaya suvariti
यजुर्भयसुवरिति
samabhya.
कामाभ्यः
You have seen the story before. He is just giving it in great detail. So he meditated upon the three Vedas and arrived at Bhuhu Iti as the essence of Rig Veda. Bhuriti Rigbhaya. Here, Bhuhu is the essence of Rig Veda. Bhuvariti Yajurvaya. Bhuva is the essence of Yajurveda. And Swariti Samabhyaha. Suvaha is the essence of Samaveda. So Bhu, Bhuvaha, and Swaha. These are the three Bharatis. And thus, when you utter these three Bharatis, you are actually uttering the three Vedas and therefore invoking these three Devatas. Right? Now, here it comes up to here. But in another Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, it says Brahmaji then meditated upon these three Viharatis. And what did he extract from the three Viharatis?
Om.
Oh, so that is not relevant here. So we'll stop at the three Viharatis. And for the purpose, what is the idea of this mantra? That for the purpose of prayashchitam, in case those three priests are making mistakes, only the three vyaratis are required. And how should these three vyaratis be used for prayashchitam? This we'll see. Mantra number 4. Tadyadrutorishyeta uhu swaheti
स्वाहेति
कार्यपत्ते जुहुयात्
कार्यपत्ते जुहुयात्
ऋचामेव तद्रसेन ऋचां वीर्येण ऋचां यज्ञस्य वरिष्ठं
यज्ञस्य
सन्दधाति.
वरिष्ठं सन्दधाति.
So these are details. If the hota makes a mistake, you should say bhu swaha. Right. So that is the who has to say? The head
Brahma.
priest will tell, Brahma will tell him to say. So everybody has to say bhu swaha. And jahuyat, that has to be done in Gaharyapatya Agni. That homam, jahu, has to be done in Gaharyapatya Agni. So when you say bhu swaha, you're offering something, right? That offer has to be made to Gaharyapatya Agni. Then the bhu viharati, remember it contains the essence, rasam of Rig Veda. and therefore it rectifies the defect in the chanting of the Rig mantra by the Hota. That is the meaning. And Yajnasya Varishtham Sandadhati. It rectifies the error. Sandadhati means it makes it complete, makes it whole. Therefore, the chanting of Bhu Viharati rectifies any error made by the Hota, and the Yajna continues to be valid. Then the fifth mantra. Sayadi Yajushtorashyeta
यदि यजुष्ठो ऋष्ये
Bhuvaswaheti
भुव स्वाहेति
Dakshinagno Juhyat
दक्षिणाग्न्यजुह्यात्
Yajushameva
यजुषामेव
यजुषामेव
Tadrasena Yajusham Viryena
तद्रसेन यजुषां वीर्येण
Yajusham Yajnasya
यजुषां यज्ञस्य
Virishtham Sandadhati.
विष्टं सन्दधाति.
So it's almost similar. If there is a error in chanting by Advaryu, one should say Bhuva Swaha, and one should do that offering in Dakshina Agni. Since the Bhuva Viharati contains the rasam, the essence of Yajurveda, it rectifies the Virishtham, the defect in the chanting of the Rig mantra, and therefore Sandadati, the Yajna still remains defect free. Then we look at sixth mantra. Athayadi Samato Rishyeta
अथ
यदि समातो
श्वेत
Swaha Swaha iti
स्वाहाति
Ahavaniye Juhyata
आहवति जुहुयात्
Samnam Eva Tadrasena
साम्नाम् एव तद्रसेन
Samnam Viryena
साम्नां वीर्येण
Samnam Yajnasa Virishtham Sandadhati.
साम्नां यज्ञस्य वरिष्ठं सन्दधाति.
That means almost the same. If the Samaveda priest makes a mistake in chanting, you should say Swahaha. And Ahavaniya Agni is the Agni where you should offer the Homam. And the Swaha Viharati contains the essence, the rasam of the Samaveda. Therefore, it rectifies the defect in the chanting of the of the Samaveda mantra, and therefore the Yajna remains defect free. Okay. Now remember that this particular Homa is to be done by Brahmaji. So that's why they say whenever Brahmaji begins to speak, that means that error has occurred. And the Prayashchitam also has to be done by Brahmaji only. Now we look at the last two mantras. Tad yatha lavanena survanam sandhadyat
सुवर्णं
सुवर्णं सन्दद्या
survanena rajatam rajatena
सुवर्णेन रजतं रजतेन
trapunam sisam sisena
प्रपुत्राणां सीसेन
moham lohena daru daru charmana
दारुदारुचर्मणा
evam esham lokanam asam devatanam
आसां देवतानां
asya traya vidya
विद्या
वीर्येण यज्ञस्य वरिष्ठं सन्दधाति
वीर्येण यज्ञस्य विरिष्ठं सन्दधाति
भेषजकृतो हवा एष
भेषजकृतो हव एष
यज्ञः यत्र एवं वितं ब्रह्म भवति
ब्रह्म भवति.
So is explanation. Just as whenever there is a defect in something, we can remove that defect by some method. We can always repair what is to be repaired, right? And so some examples are being given. Lavanena survanam sandadati. If there is a defect in the gold, you can purify it by using certain salts. Suvarnena rajatam. You can purify silver with the help of gold. Rajatena trapuhu. You can Trapuhu is tin. So you can purify tin with the help of silver. And Trapuna Sisam. You can purify tin with the help of lead. Sorry, you can purify lead with the help of tin. And Sisena Loham. You can purify iron with the help of lead. And Lohena Charmana Daru. So Daru is not drinks over here. Daru is wood. Okay. So wood can be purified with Lohena Charmana, help of iron as well as leather. And therefore, Shruti says that whenever you're using the Vyaratis, remember that you're using the three lokas, three devatas, and three Vedas. And if you have to remember, understand this, you have to remember the process of creation of the Vyarati, right? How it has been. It came from Brahmaji's three lokas and finally boiled down to three Vyaratis. Three Vyaratis is the essence of the three lokas. And therefore he says, Bheshada Kritoha va Esha Yajnaha. If this has been done, if the defects have been rectified with the use of these Vyaratis, the Yajna has been treated well enough. And this is possible only if Yatra Evam with Brahma Bhavati. If the Atharvana priest is a knowledgeable priest. Okay. Now two more mantras are there. Let us finish it off. Esha Hava Udak Pravano
एषः वा
एषः
उदः
वा उदः प्रमणो
Yatra Evam with Brahma Bhavati.
यत्र
यत्
एवं विद्वैव विन्द ब्रह्मा भवति
Evam with Hava Esha Brahmanam.
एवं
एवं
विद्वैतं भवाशा एषा ब्रह्मा
Anugata Yato Yata.
अनुगाथा
अनुगातो
य
यत्
Avartate tat तद्गं गच्छति
आवर्तते तत्
आवर्तति
तद्गं गच्छति
तद्गच्छति
तत्
तद्गच्छति
तद्गच्छति
मानवो ब्रह्मैव एक ऋत्विक्
मानवो
मानव
ब्रह्म
एक ऋत्विक
कुरून् अश्वाभिरक्षति
कुरूण
कुरुष्वाभिरक्षति
स्वाभिरक्षति
एवं विद्ध वै ब्रह्म
य एवं
एवं
विद्ध
वै ब्रह्म
यज्ञं यजमानं सर्वांश्च
यज्ञं
यजमानं
यजमानं
सर्वांश्च
ऋत्विजः
ऋत्विजः
अभिरक्षति
विरक्षति
अभिरक्षति
तस्मात् एवं विदम् एव
तस्मादेव विदं
तस्मादेव
ब्रह्माणं कुर्वीत
ब्रह्माणं
ब्रह्माणं
कुर्वीत
न अनेव अनेवं विदम्
न
न
अनेव
विदम्
न अनेवं विदम्.
अनेव विदम्.
So these are all glorifications, stuti for the Brahma, for the Atharvana priest. So he says, Yatra evam vita Brahma bhavati, wherever a qualified Brahma is there, Atharvana priest is there, Udak pranoho, the yajna travels upwards to the higher lokas. The higher loka phalam is there, and Hava Esha Brahmanam Anugatha. There is a song for glorifying that kind of a Brahma, that kind of Atharvana priest. And the song is that Yato Yata Avartate Tat Tat Gachati. Due to whatever reason the yajna has looked back, in the sense it has been unsuccessful, without taking the Yajamana to his destination, Tat Tat Gachati, the Atharvana priest is there to make sure that the yajna actually takes the Yajamana to that destination. The looking back is reversed and he has to
Hi, Kruti.
move to his destination. Right? So in the 10th mantra, one more example is being given. And that is what he says, Ashwabhirakshati. The horse protects the warrior by taking him in the right direction. That you know, right? Supposing the warrior is hurt, then the horse runs towards his own camp, not towards the enemy camp. So in the same way, Manavo Brahmaha, so Manava here is not human being, it is Mauni. Manavo Brahmaha, the silent Brahman, who has not, Brahman means Athavana priest, who has not spoken, Yajnam Yajamanam Sarvamsha Ritvij Abhirakshati. Protects the Yajamana, the Yajna, and the Ritvik, the priest. So he protects all three. He protects the Yajamana, the Yajna, and the priest. And therefore, what is the advice? Tasmat evam vidam eva brahmanam gurvita. Choose an appropriate and qualified Brahma, Atharvana priest, and na anevam vidam, na anevam vidam, not any other one. So Shankara says, this is why this Prayaschitta is given in the Upasana section. The Prayaschitta is telling you that Upasana requires Maunam. The importance of Maunam is emphasized. So with this, the fourth chapter is completed. Thank you for your patience. We have run into 15 minutes extra, but I hope you don't mind. With this, we'll stop.
Thank you, Chikaji.
Om Purnamadav Purnamidam
Purnamidam
Purnat
Purnat
Purnamudachyate
Purnamudachyate
Tasya
Purnasya
Purnamadaya
Purnamadaaya
Purnameva Vasishyate Om
Purnamevavasishyate
Shanti Shanti
Shanti
Shanti
Shanti.
Om Tat Sat.
Om Tat
Thank you
Sat.
for your
Thank you,
patience.
Acharya Ji.
Thank you.
Thank you,